Are you part of a nonprofit organization, a youth group looking to raise cash for your cause? Stay tuned at the end of this video to learn how you can bring the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation to your town live, featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Through the ages, across generations, we've searched to know everything. Now our biggest questions will be answered. It's absolutely everything you need to know about WWE. From inside the ring facts to beyond the ring history. Everything WWE is right here. Absolutely everything you need to know. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, welcome to a special installment of Wrestling Insiders. I am Dan Maurice.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Took the words right out of my mouth once again. It is here, Johnny. The holiday season is here. It's getting cooler, fall. We're headed into winter. We're headed into Thanksgiving this week. We have Christmas coming up. The gifts are going to be purchased. And around the holiday time, this past Friday, tickets to WrestleMania 34 went on sale in New Orleans. They're flying. And we're going to be down there in New Orleans. Not part of WrestleMania unless, we get the call. But we're going to be part of the WrestleCon convention, where last year over 250 superstars from around the world joined what had to have been 6,000 or 7,000 fans throughout the weekend for a happening in the happiest place on earth, Orlando, Florida. It certainly was for us. We had a great time. Me, you,
Dutch Mantel,
Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin had a really happy time.
Shelton was happy, joy. Yeah, we had to wake him up in the morning. Hello, Shelton.
Yes, we did. We didn't know who was going to answer the door.
No, she was cute. No, it was a good night.
We're going to do it all over again in New Orleans. You were just in New Orleans as part of WrestleMania 30 several years back, front and center for the big show.
Yep.
The scandalous night when Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's streak. WWE is back. New Orleans wanted them so bad, they're back only 4 years later, as I believe it's the 300th anniversary of the city of New Orleans. What does that say about the power of WrestleMania to want it back so soon?
A celebration to remember. If it were me, I'd be getting tickets right now for WrestleMania. Maybe they'll call me this year and say, hey, would you like to come down and enjoy WrestleMania? We'll see. I don't know, but I'm going to be there for WrestleCon.
Or maybe the Young Bucks will say, Johnny, it's going to be the weekend. We're going to put you into the Bullet Club. I want to see it. And you know I do, because I'm nuts.
We know that.
All right, Johnny. Let's start talking shop.
Let's do it.
You're going to be there live.
I am.
You're going to be at WrestleCon live.
I am. Looking to sign autographs,
post photos.
Yep.
Are you going to have something special in the bag like you did last year for the photo ops?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to. Last year I brought the one of a kind, the one and only USA spinner belt. And that is one of a kind. They may have done replicas of that, but there is no other than the one I have. That's it. One of one. That's the one that JBL threw in the trash. That's the one that John used in all his matches. That's it. That is it. Maybe we'll bring that down again this year. I don't know. Maybe we'll bring back the original spinner belt, championship spinner belt.
There you go.
That.
Well, that's a replica right there. That's not the real
Yeah,
one.
well, I understand it's a replica, but what I have is not a replica.
It's as authentic as you are.
Well, that's what they tell me. And you know what I just noticed? This is very nice. However, we do know that it's upside down.
I can't see because my vision's horrible without my glasses.
Well,
is it upside down?
It looks good, but you see, it says champion here. It's got the eagle here, but if we took it and we did it like this, what's happened is whoever glued the spinner in like this, I'm just trying to make it right.
Well, maybe the W turned upside down stood for M for the MWF. Maybe.
I grew up, you know what?
I'm just throwing it out there.
I had a farm. I got big boots, but now there's more BS in here than ever before. we might be able to sell fertilizer. But you know what? Let's get back
Let's
to the
talk
things
about
at
something
hand.
that certainly
How about
is not
WrestleCon?
BS.
Who's going to be there? When are we going to be there? What can you expect?
I'll tell you this, one of the first superstars that has signed on with us, Johnny, a man that you may call a frenemy, someone you've had a lot of issues with over the years here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, a WWE Hall of Famer, a man that was part of the main event of the very first WrestleMania back at Madison Square Garden in 1985. I don't know if he's going to have the cast, but we're talking about the Cowboy Bob Orton, a man you paid off here in the MWF.
I took care of Bob Orton in the MWF. We had a good time. I bought him off. He became one of my henchmen, so to speak.
He did. Yeah, I mean, you took a couple of shots from him over the years, but in the end, everybody had a price for John Cena Sr.
Took a lot of shots from his son, too. But the deal is, I tell you what, there's another individual that you want to get down, get an autograph and a photo with. Outstanding. Hall of Famer, old-timer, great professional wrestler. I'd pay for that one.
And that's just one.
Who else we got?
Johnny, what about a former multi-time WWE champion, hardcore, intercontinental, tag team, a man I have the utmost respect for. He wrote one of the best wrestling autobiographies that you can find right now. Another friend of ours from here in the Millennium Wrestling Federation, a man that took out your executioner, Brian Malonis. We're talking about Hardcore Bob Holly.
Wow. They don't come any better than Hardcore
or
Holly.
Tougher.
I'd say one thing. The man is tough. And the book was excellent, by the way. I did read that book. It was an excellent write. I got to say one thing. Holly wrote like he lives. No BS. Just facts, and he tells it the way it is. He does it the way it is. Wow. That's two outstanding superstars.
I'll tell you this about Bob. What a WWE run he had. Maybe not a main eventer. You certainly can't argue that. He was not a main eventer. But the man was with that company from 1993 to 2010. That's a hell of a run.
That's a good run.
Think of all the merchandise there is out there for Bob to sign.
Run.
Action figures, DVDs, with the different characters he portrayed. I think he has 3 or 4 different entries in the WWE Encyclopedia.
There you go. I'm not even in there.
You should be.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
got any
talk
contacts?
I'm going to talk to my friends at DK Publishing if I find out they're going to make another one.
That sounds good.
Because I am insulted that you're not in there and Al Wilson is.
Ooh, all right.
There you go.
Maybe because they didn't have a funeral for me.
And Johnny, what about this one? You talk about a rare find for professional wrestling fans. You talk about a legend. Certainly, I believe belongs in the WWE Hall of Fame, even if he didn't spend the majority of his time there. The grandfather of this great wrestling family, a family of traditions, almost like the Ortons. We're talking about the granddaddy of the Axel, the father of the perfect one.
Wow,
Larry the Axe Hennig, baby.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if he's ever done WrestleCon.
I don't think he's ever been at a WrestleCon. I think this is going to be a first for the fans. It's a first for me, that's for sure. I got to tell you what. If I were at WrestleCon, I'd be stopping at the Millennium Wrestling Federation table because Larry the Axe Hennig, you know what? You never know if you're going to get a second chance.
Sadly, that's the thing. Larry is a grandfather, so he obviously isn't a young'un. And it gets difficult for these guys to travel as time goes on. I'm sure you can look back at previous WrestleCons and previous Fan Fests and pinpoint and say, if I only had a chance to meet so-and-so. I tell you, I mentioned this in the interview we did with Gary Michael Capetta last month when we talked about Bobby the Brain Heenan, who I had such a great amount of respect for. I wish I had the chance to go over to say hello to him when we were at WrestleCon. He was with his wife in Orlando back earlier this spring in April. I really wish I had a chance to go over and say hello, but we were just so busy and there were so many people, just didn't get that chance.
I had the opportunity in Rhode Island to go over and talk to Bobby the Brain Heenan. He's since passed away, as you know, and I don't like to go backwards, I like to go forwards. But for those fans that never had the opportunity, you missed an awful lot. Great human being, and in my opinion, an individual who showed what fight and never give up is all about.
So keep that in mind, fans. When you go to WrestleCon or any event that's similar to that, you have a chance to create a lifetime memory. Not just get the autograph, get the pose photo, because those things are great if you collect wrestling memorabilia, but to create that moment in the history of your own life with someone that must have meant an awful lot to you that you watched on television and live events, sure.
Yep.
So Larry Hennig, again, just a great chance for fans to meet him. I don't think he's ever done WrestleCon. He doesn't make a heck of a lot of appearances now.
No, he doesn't.
But he's going to be joining us. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. He's
2 days or 1?
I think he's going to be there for at least 2.
Wow. And how many days is WrestleCon?
3. I tell you, you're going to love Larry the Axe Hennig because he's got such a great sense of humor, and he's got some great stories about Boston from the time that he wrestled for, I think it was the WWF at the time. Right on the border, I guess, so to speak. But he did spend some time in the WWF. I'd love to see WWE put a guy like that in the Hall of Fame, where he certainly is an elder statesman of the business right now. And again, he is if it wasn't for his swimmers, who knows if there would be a Hennig wrestling legacy that you have right now. Mr. Perfect, one of the great in-ring performers of his time, and his grandson Joe. You see him each and every week on Raw as Curtis Axel, former Intercontinental Champion himself. That's quite a legacy that family has.
Well, you've kind of blown me away with who's going to be there.
And there may be more. Who knows, Johnny? It's still early. But with it being the holiday season, we want to get those tickets on sale. That's always very important.
Grab them now. Get them ahead of time.
Head on over to BostonWrestling.com. And fans, I tell you this, you and David Reese are going to be the death of me with the stress that you create. Because you come up with these great ideas for the fans, and then I get stuck with all the luggage. But if you order the goods ahead of time, what are the fans going to get, Johnny? A brand new free WWE t-shirt.
Well, see,
$25 value at least. Now that they're $35 at the live events for WWE now.
Well, it depends on who's on the shirt.
There you go.
Knowing you probably got something that's 50 years old, you had hidden in a closet somewhere. I'm only kidding, fans. But look, don't take it. David Reese and I did the right thing. The fans deserve something extra. You don't have to put them in your suitcase. You put them in boxes, and you ship them down like everybody else. Otherwise, you'll never get through the gate. They're not going to allow laptops anymore. They don't want. They're talking about. They don't want laptop computers. Yep. Didn't you read the news today?
I didn't hear that one. No.
Yeah, the TSA says that. You
people say professional wrestling's a work. Don't even get me started about the TSA.
I like there's a legitimacy to what they're saying.
No,
and
there's very little legitimacy to anything they do.
Well, lithium batteries.
Maybe when they shoot cancer through people with their screening tests. But we won't, don't even get me.
Here we go.
Happy holidays.
Whoa.
I hate the TSA.
Ebenezer Morati.
I hate the TSA.
And they don't like you either.
They do not like it when they see me coming.
When you're going down to New Orleans, remember that face. I hope someone from TSA watches this. Don't let him through the gate.
Maybe I'll tell my TSA story sometime.
We don't need that.
Anyway, for my book.
Great idea. Buy now. Get the T-shirt. It's a deal and a half. I don't know what's on the shirt. I wish you had a couple we could show.
Depends on the size. You tell us the size. We're going to have shirts you can pick from.
Well, I wish you'd have had a few that people could see.
We still have plenty of time between now and April. We can still make them up. And I understand, Johnny. I don't know if this rumor is true, but David Reese alerted me to the fact that if the fans make a WrestleCon purchase before Christmas, they will receive in the mail a John Cena Sr. autographed Christmas card. Is this true? I know you love Christmas.
I love Christmas.
And I know you love wrestling fans.
I love wrestling
You
fans.
love New Orleans, especially after your last experience.
I love New Orleans. I guess what I can say is, yes, I'll sign the Christmas cards.
Put it right on the mantle.
I'll put it right on the mantle, signed by John Cena Sr. We'll try to put a personal message in there for you. So now it's a T-shirt and it's a Christmas card.
If they do it before Christmas.
If they buy before Christmas.
I cannot see the Happy Holidays card around Valentine's Day in your mailbox being that much
We
good.
could do Valentine's cards too.
Oh,
there's nothing
you
we
send
can't
out
do.
too many Valentines.
Yep.
I saw the litany, and I mean litany of panties all over the hotel room.
I don't know what he's smoking. I know that marijuana is legal in Massachusetts now, but I think Morati's kind of gone.
We like to have fun.
Fun is one thing, but, degradation is another.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, John, hopefully maybe we'll have even more guests to announce. But right
I'd like
now,
to see a few more.
We got the fabulous one, John Cena Sr., and maybe a belt, a ring-worn, ring-used, authentic WWE belt. We have Larry the Axe Hennig, part of the Hennig legacy. We have Bob Orton, part of the Orton legacy. And we have Bob Holly, who hasn't created a wrestling family legacy yet, but he had one of the longest careers in WWE history. Hardcore, kick-ass to the bone. I implore you, and I'm not going to make a penny off of this, but if you're looking for a great holiday gift to give, pick up Bob Holly's autobiography. It is outstanding.
Great book. I have to say this. I read a lot of wrestling books. You got to read this book. You really do, because it's all fact. There's no, and he doesn't. It's no holds barred. It's no holds barred. He says it like it is, like it or not. It's there. So I would endorse that book.
We're going to have a lot of fun in New Orleans.
Yep.
We're going to see some great friends. Even the ones that aren't with us, we're going to have some fun with them.
Yep.
Great fans.
Not the same driver we had last year, though.
He may be down. I don't know.
That'll be good. But we're not going to Red Lobster.
No. Not. We already heard about the Red Lobster story. Those crabs you had were salty. And I didn't know what salty crabs even meant until you explained it to me, as Zeb Coulter, Dutch Mantel looked on, as you explained the salt in the crab at Red Lobster when they violated you, charging you $3 per ginger ale, as they tried to seduce you, almost like drug dealers.
I got to tell you.
Yeah, you like
don't even get me going on that.
You like the ginger ale? I'll get you another one.
Oh, you know what? Every place else you go, refills are free. Yeah, well, another story for another time. Let's stick to the subject. Buy before Christmas, autographed Christmas card, nice WWE T-shirt, and
anytime you buy between, as long as you place your order for WrestleCon before we leave for New Orleans, we'll honor that. That's a great deal.
Well, we can't honor the Christmas card, but we can honor the T-shirt.
No, Christmas card you got to take care of before Christmas.
Right, but if anytime before WrestleCon,
you got it,
you
baby.
got that free T-shirt. Or if you want, tell us where you're going to be down there. Give us your name. Come to the table and pick it up. Might even be better.
No, we're not going to mail the T-shirt. When you come to us at WrestleCon, we'll give it to you when you get your autographs and photos. Make sense?
Absolutely.
Well, that's how David Reese explained it to me. The good doctor, David Reese.
He's the man. David Reese is the owner. He's the president. He's the man.
He's something.
He's the man.
All right. Well, for John Cena Sr.
I'm not.
For John Cena Sr., I am Dan Maurice. Head on over to BostonWrestling.com. Pick up those great WrestleCon tickets. We also have some great deals going on in the MWF store for the holidays. And of course, Thursday night, it's Thanksgiving. Get ready for our 5th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Drive. For John Cena Sr., I'm Dan Maurice. We hope you have a great holiday this week. We hope you have a great holiday season. And most important, we look forward to seeing you in the Big Easy, New Orleans, Louisiana, the first week in April 2018 as part of WrestleMania 34 weekend. Wrestling fans, I'm Dan Maurice.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to let you know how the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation can come to your city live to help raise cash for your nonprofit cause. Experience the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation live in your city throughout New England, the tri-state area, down through the Carolinas, out to our friends in the Midwest and beyond.
If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner to work with every step of the way.
The MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere and anywhere.
Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town. Not for a wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph and pose photo opportunities, Q&A sessions, and so much more. It's the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and greet reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more.
Our live events are fit for fans of any age from 5 to 95. This fall, as part of our new Kids Club program, we offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far on our local television offerings and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platforms.
Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the NWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause.
Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you'll want to bring back year after year to your community.
Don't just take it from us. Here are the folks we've teamed up with in the past.